Yo, testing one, two, three. Are we live? Are we live? All right, close. Anyway, sorry, I was reading a text message. In the description, you'll see the link. You'll see the audio link, the file to get to this on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, or SoundCloud if you don't want to hear all the rigmarole that we do in the beginning of our live streams. Again, that is in the description. You can go find the audio version of this, where this podcast, this episode will be converted already, skipping to the good parts for you in your listening pleasure. Right now, I'm about to go see if we can, or if I can hear myself. We're going to go to a different, here it is. I think we're in. I think we're live. Let me listen. All right. All right, perfect. I heard myself, so I'm guessing you can hear me too. I'm having my dudes, 8-Bit and Fresh, join me, our Static Ninja, but I invited them. If they can join me, that'd be good. But other than that, though, look, this is not official gaming talk. We're getting into the end of the year, so putting in some gaming talk. Let me say this. You know what I mean? I'm putting in the work on this series, the gaming talk series, where I just focus on one topic that pops up in my head. And right now, it's going to be about the Xbox One X. I recently bought an Xbox One X. I actually have a video talking about my experience with it, as well as what makes it worth it and what makes it not worth it. Go check that out on a past video. If I remember correctly, it's a gaming talk episode. But other than that, sorry about the sounds in the background. I'm trying to go ahead and find my stream actually. But other than that, that is going to go up on the normal series like Gaming Talk on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and I advise you to go to SoundCloud and look at the playlist of the Gaming Talk series. Let me say this. It's a great series where me and Fresh and sometimes myself we just focus on one topic. But without further ado, let's get on with the episode. Yo, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Raw, coming at you raw. I hope your day is all well and bless you for stopping by. God bless you. Let's get on with the video. Now, this is also on SoundCloud, Stitcher Radio, and iTunes. In the description, you can find this there. But if you're listening to it, you found it already. Thank you for listening. We do this every week at 5 p.m. U.S. Central Time. We was a little late today, but we're going to go on and we're going to do it. Now, let me tell you this right now. This episode is titled, and let me let you know, this is Gaming Talk. Let me say this, episode 9. It's going up as a normal Gaming Talk podcast. We're at the end of the year, so I'm throwing these out. This is going to be the last podcast we do for the year. We're not going to be here next week. And if anything changes, just stay to my Twitter at RawWilson1. And that is on Twitter at RawWilson1. But yeah, we're going to talk about this topic that has been burning in my head to talk about. It's just been burning in my head to talk about. Recently, CD Projekt Red put out the Witcher 3 Xbox One X patch. It was good, but then they put out a new one, giving it a performance mode, 60 FPS mode for the Witcher 3, y'all. And this goes for every game that has a performance mode that has already released on the console and now is relevant again because of this patch. Now, there are literally Xbox guys who haven't touched The Witcher 3, and though it's a really, really old game, a lot of people have been waiting for the X since last year's announcement of it. So a lot of people's been waiting for the X, and now the X is here. They're playing games that they put off on their normal Xbox One. So, yeah, people are excited for this new Witcher 3 patch and all that good stuff. But see, on the other spectrum, you have guys like me who are coming from PS4. I've been with PS4 since the beginning of PS4 releasing. So for 3 years, I've been on PS4, and I was planning on always getting an Xbox One, but at every moment I was about to go buy one, I felt like Microsoft shoot themselves in the foot. Like the first time I was about to buy one, $500 for a weaker console than the PS4, which was $100 cheaper. That was in the beginning, 2014, I believe that was the year. And then the absolutely next year, or as soon as the next year happened, the price drop happened. So I'm like, if they dropping the price, they're gonna keep dropping the price, and they did actually. Xbox One X just kept dropping in price. Microsoft was desperate with selling their Xbox One X's, or excuse me, Xbox One originals. And fast forward to when the Xbox One X and S was revealed in 2016. And look, I was excited for the S. And then when the X got announced right after the S, I said, never mind, I ain't buying one this year. And then now 2017 has come, and Xbox One X has released, and I have one. And I didn't buy it to play it or to keep it. I bought it to sell it. I bought the Scorpio edition so I can sell it. And I'll tell you right now, there's new Scorpio editions in stores. Microsoft said that, if you have one, if you have a Scorpio edition, feel special, right? Feel special, because that's the last Scorpio edition. You ain't gonna get none no more. But the truth of the matter is, there's putting new Scorpio editions out there. I can only assume that the Xbox One X isn't selling great, so a Scorpio edition is a hot Xbox One, and people want the Scorpio edition because of just the different skin it has and coloring. And look, it's just different from just a normal black Xbox One X. So anyway, going back to what I was saying, I have it. I've been messing with it, and my conclusion is games that do 60 FPS in high resolutions, those are the games that make the Xbox One X worth it. And it's the same with the PS4 Pro. Games that do higher frame rates in high resolution make the PS4 Pro worth it, because games like Nioh, games like Rise of the Tomb Raider, games like The Surge, they have a high performance mode, meaning higher than 30 FPS mode, and they make the games look and feel so good. They make it feel so right. It makes you feel like, hey, I spent money on this, so I better be having, something nice like this, right? So Horizon Zero Dawn doesn't run at 60 FPS, and so it's one of those games where you could have been good with a normal PlayStation to play Horizon Zero Dawn. But like I said, that when the frame rate is boost on these mid-gen refresh consoles, that makes it worth it. That makes those consoles worth it. On Xbox One X, the 60 FPS games that are on it with the performance mode and patch and stuff, like let's say Gears of War 4 has a 60 FPS mode on the single player and the Horde mode. It's not a lock 60, but it's still nonetheless higher than 30 FPS. And it looks great. It looks amazing. It looks on point at that frame rate. Or I should say it plays on point, because to be honest, it kind of looks a little blurry at that frame rate in comparison to the 4K option you can do on Gears 4. And Halo 5, same case. On Halo 5, the whole game on normal Xbox and Xbox One X runs at 60, but it's sharper on the Xbox One X and doesn't look phenomenal. Like I said in my video in the past about my review, our impressions, the Xbox One X feels worth it when you're playing those games. But when you're playing third-party games, though they tout a higher resolution, that resolution go blend into the background after 5 minutes of play. You forget, until you start to think about it again. The Witcher 3, like I said in the beginning, got a pro patch. I guess I should say. They got a pro patch. I said a pro patch. Well, it did get a pro patch, but it got an Xbox One X patch, and now it has a performance mode on it. So in the beginning, it looked good with the first Xbox One X patch, but now it has a performance mode patch, which lets The Witcher go past 30 FPS on the Xbox One X. And let me tell you something. That makes it worth it. That makes the Xbox One X worth it. But the title of this video is the Xbox One X too late? Is it too late to me? Because it's a question. It's not a statement. It's a question. So you answer it in the comment section. You answer it on my Twitter, RawWilson1. Because to me, it's too late. Because though I want to go play The Witcher at a higher frame rate, I really do. You know, I dreamed about playing The Witcher at a higher frame rate when I was on the PS4 OG playing The Witcher. And when I got the Pro and they did an enhancement for The Witcher on the Pro, I was excited to continue playing. But this is the thing here. This is the thing. You couldn't do higher than 30 FPS on the Pro, but on the Xbox One X, now you can. But this is the issue I'm running into. I already beat The Witcher 3. I have 2 expansions I can mess with, but I would have to get to level, I believe, 40 or higher than level 1, because I didn't even start an Xbox One version of it. And I don't even have The Witcher 3 as a game on the Xbox One X. It's on my Pro, but I don't have it on the X. So I would have to literally buy a new game, buy The Witcher 3, go in there and play it, okay? Go in there and play it and get to a higher level just to play the different content that I didn't get to. And that, my friends, is a little bit sad. 8-Bit, you just joined the call. Can you hear me? 8-Bit's getting settled, so I'm going to let him get himself settled. 8-Bit.
Yes.
Good man. 8-Bit just joined the stream. In the description, you can find his channel link and go support that man. Hashtag like his content. Thank you, 8-Bit, for joining me. 8-Bit, are you listening to the video to reply to me? There's some major lag. There's some major lag. I'm saying stuff, and 8-Bit is not replying immediately. 8-Bit, if you hear the sound of my voice, just go with it, all right? We're going to go with it. We're going to continue.
Raw?
Yes, do you hear me?
Yeah, do I sound clear?
You sound like you knocked off 20 years of your life, man. You sound real young.
Oh, no. I'm trying to, I was doing it. My iPad wasn't charged. I'm sorry. So I'm using my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And it must sound different.
You don't sound bad. You just sound very young. So 8-Bit is in the description. Go follow that man. And yeah, 8-Bit, thank you for joining me.
It's my pleasure, sir.
Awesome, awesome. 8-Bit, we was in the middle of a conversation with the viewers as well as the listeners. Is the Xbox One X too late? I brought up the whole Witcher dilemma. I think I was telling you off mic. I was telling the viewers and listeners that, see, The Witcher 3 got this performance patch on the X. That's amazing. Higher than 30 FPS with The Witcher 3. You know what I mean? A lot of people touted that's only that's a PC exclusive. Now higher than 30 FPS. Now it's not a lock 60, but it's higher than 30, and it sticks around like the 45 to 50, and sometimes it stays to 58. It stays at 58. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, frame rates jumping all over the place isn't great, but at the end of the day, it's higher than 30 FPS. And people are ecstatic. They're happy. But this is my problem. For me to enjoy that, I have an X. I would have to go buy The Witcher. I would have to grind to work my way all the way up to a point where I can play new content because I already beat The Witcher on PS4. Now, when we was on the Pro, we was ecstatic when old games got Pro enhanced. But you know what happened? That was a honeymoon phase with the Pro. When we got out of it, we were like, we don't want this. We want new games utilizing the Pro in correct ways. And the Surge was one of the first of those new games, also with Niho. Those games came out and they had 60 FPS modes. And like I said earlier, it wasn't a lock 60 FPS mode, but it was higher than 30 nonetheless. And those were new games. It came out with that feature included, and we clapped. Now, the dilemma with the Xbox One X is they're relying on old games and old patches. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
what you say about Xbox One X being too late, and how and what do you expect for the future of Xbox One X to how they do things?
I think, well, since they're lacking the exclusive titles, they gotta have what they're doing is, you're right, yeah, they're gonna patch the old games, which is okay. I mean, that's okay for anybody who wants to have an Xbox One X and take advantage of that power. But the fact that they're just all they care about is visual fidelity and that's it. They don't care about the frame rate. That kills me. But the as for The Witcher, which I don't understand. Okay, I understand you got like the 30 FPS and then you got your 60 FPS, right? That's all we're known for. Either it's going to be a 30 FPS locked or a 60 FPS locked, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Why can't they have 40 FPS or 50 FPS, 50 frames per second locked?
You know what? I always thought about that too. Why we always got to be 30 or 60? Why can't developers target just a higher frame rate than 30?
Right. Yep. Because I tried that one time on. There was a game I could do that. I think it was on PC.
Mm-hmm.
I did it with what was it? Oh, BioShock 2. I changed it to have it locked at 50 frames a second, and it still felt good. Not as like 60, but it still felt better than 30. You know, why are they always trying to push it to 60? 40 would, even 40 or even 50. I think 50 would be the sweet spot for consoles who are always trying to hit 4K, and they're afraid to try to hit the 60 and 4K because it can't handle it. But it could do 40 or 50. I mean, I don't know. I just never understood that. Why it's either you got to be 30 or 60 or no good. That's what I don't understand. I mean, everything above 60, I understand how it doesn't matter because honestly, I don't even notice it. Like when I have games that are older games running like 140 frames a second.
Whoa!
I can't really tell the frame rate between that and 60. Like it's not really. I don't notice it. Like I don't see it. Maybe other people can, but I don't see it.
Now, sorry. A bit frame rate is depending on GPU or CPU for the listeners.
It depends on the engine.
So it's not even bound to CPU and GPU?
No, it's not. It can go back and forth. It depends on the engine.
So games like Metal Gear Solid 5 that runs at 60 on PS4 and Xbox One. This is an engine, Fox engine. Konami and Kojima worked on it together, right? Or collabed on it. And that engine on the console runs at 60. Now, mind you, those games are not like full of people. You get me? Those games are not full of people. The next game that I'm bringing up is Agents of Mayhem. Agents of Mayhem, no matter how you feel about it, no matter how if it's a good game or bad game, regardless, it runs at a higher frame rate than 30. It sticks around the 50 to 45, but it can go up to 60. And my whole thing is, it's an open world game with cities, cars, and pedestrians. Is all that. So I'll hit you with this also a bit. I played Homefront: The Revolution on my Xbox One X earlier today, and I bought it for $12, like the big boy edition for $12. So I figured that was a good deal. I could have bought it for $10, but $2 more I get the big boy edition, all the DLC expansions, $12. It had a sale on Xbox, and Digital Foundry went on record of saying that. Wait, that's not the game I wanted to bring up. But since I'm on it, let me just continue. I was actually about to bring up Just Cause 3. But anyway, going back to Homefront: Revolution, I was playing the game a bit, and I already played it on PS4. I didn't beat it on PS4. So I'm on the Xbox, and I'm playing this thing. And they said on Digital Foundry, I already did the video analysis on it, and they said the game runs smooth at 30, right? It runs smooth at 30. Like you said, 60 FPS is dependent on the engine, and I believe you. I think if you create your game from the ground up to run at 60, it'll run at 60. Homefront: The Revolution. The reason why I brought it up, right, because it's a solid 30. But my whole thing is, I would be more enticed to continue playing on the Xbox versus the PS4, which I'm further in. I'm further in the PS4 version. Like while I was playing, I was like, man, I could be progressing further if I was on PS4, right? That was in the back of my head. If that game ran at a higher frame rate, you know what I mean? But my whole thing is old games getting the treatment that we so desire for new games to have. Like, who are going to go backwards and play old games? I'm talking about people who are coming from PlayStation, really, or PC. Who's going to go to the Xbox One X for its Xbox One X enhancements for old games? And the reason why the title is it too late is because Xbox One X, you know, is a strong console. No doubt it's a strong console, 8-bit. But my whole thing is Microsoft really should have focused on some. They really should have focused on some new IP or something only for them that's not a racing game and a Fox baby game, right? Like they should have put out something else because I think this is really what it comes down to: the lack of exclusives, the lack of games for this console. You know, you buy this console for $530, $50, and we're complaining about stupid stuff, really. You know what I mean? Like, if a game is fun, who cares about the frame rate? Witcher 3 is a good game. You know, it runs at a higher frame rate now. That's going to make it even a better experience for those who never played it. But for those people who did sink the time and effort into it, you beat The Witcher 3, did you?
Yes.
So would you go back and play it again, or would you go
for the DLC packs? I would.
Yeah, but would you start all over to get to the DLC packs that you never touch? I know everybody's different, but I'm just asking.
You know what? I think I would if it was 60.
If it was 60? Well,
yeah. I mean, I experienced it at 60. I played it on PC, so I experienced the game in 60. But if I originally started at 30, I would play it again if it was locked at 60. Because you can. The Witcher, it's one of those games where you can take different paths. There's different endings. I mean, it's and then you can get that DLC that gives you that whole new expansion. And I always want to support that. I mean, they're a good company.
You're right.
I as far as The Witcher, I would.
Man, you
but since I already played it at 60, you know, I mean, go to Xbox X, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
You know,
yeah.
I wouldn't myself, but you know, since I already experienced it at 60 FPS, you know, 1080. No, it was at 2K I played it at.
Oh.
I couldn't play 4K. It was too much.
Well, the 60 FPS on the Xbox One X brings it down to 1080p, I believe, or maybe 1440p or something lower than.
But it's not even locked at 60.
It's not. My whole thing. My whole thing is, you're right. It's different for everyone, right? So, to answer the question again, I'll bring it up again. Is the Xbox One X too late? Or is it fine? Is it great at where it is? Like,
no, it's definitely not. It is not good where it's at. It needs exclusives.
Yeah, and that's why
it needs to get. Yeah, it needs to get them out, like now.
You're right, man. I think that's why. Hold up. Yeah, I think that's why we're complaining about our people who are not Xbox enthusiasts are complaining about the Xbox One X, and those Xbox enthusiasts are mad at the PlayStation or the PC people telling Microsoft what the freak. Because ultimately, we gamers and we want games to be good. You know what I mean? I did a sad video last week about, you know, when gaming isn't enough. But I told you then, and I'm telling you now, we're going to keep the show rolling. And keep
I heard that video.
You heard it, dog?
Yes, sir. I was like, what are you trying to say, Raw? What do you... What's going on with you? I mean, what like I didn't know how I didn't know what to, I guess, what questions to what questions to ask, you know. So I was just like, I'm afraid that, is this the end of Raw or what's going on? Like,
it was sad. It was a sad video last week. But my whole thing is this, you know what I mean? While we're still here, so still support us, and hey to your dog. Is he all right?
Yeah, she's in heat. So she's acting up.
Oh, okay. So, whoa! I thought you said she's a he. Oh,
no, she's in heat.
Oh, well, give that girl a boyfriend, man.
A stud. We're gonna wait till her third heat. This is her second heat, so we're gonna wait for her third heat. Then we'll have a bunch of puppies.
Wow.
barking all down here, making noises.
Whoa. That episode of Game and Talk is going to be a nightmare.
Yes, it is. Nah, they'll probably be upstairs. I'll be like, I'm doing my gaming talk. I gotta have it
Yeah.
quiet.
Yes. Man, this is Game and Talk where we talk about puppies and dogs and heat. I'm sorry, viewers and listeners. But yeah, dude, it was a sad video last week, but we still doing it. We still here. And
Good.
I was just in a weird mind space. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I've been
We
playing.
all have those. We all have those.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I've been playing a lot of Horizon Zero Dawn, dude. And you know, that game is just a beautiful game. You know what I mean? I'm glad I'm playing it. Shout out to my dude Fresh for letting me play his copy. French the Gamer, who's supposed to be here, that mother.
Ah, Fresh.
I know. Send your hate mail to Prince the Gamer on Twitter. Acting up, man. He acting up. But yeah, 8-bit. Like, I didn't want this episode to be too long, too crazy.
Sure.
You know, I mean, like, my mind space with the Xbox One X is I'm not playing the games that make it worth it. All right. I'm not playing the games that make it worth it. Like I told you, or told the viewers and listeners, Halo 5 and Gears 4 make the Xbox One X worth it. It really do. Because of the high frame rate and the high resolution. You feel like you're playing on a, yeah, I know, right? Those two in the same sentence.
Raw?
What happened?
Oh, wow. That was a big robot right there.
I turned to freaking
Megatron. You turned into a robot, a Megatron. I was like, whoa, what's going on? Where's I'm about to call backup over here.
Whoa. No, Megatron. Oh, Megatron is the bad guy. Well.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, look, I haven't been playing the Xbox One X games that make it worth it. But to be honest, you know, if they came out with Crackdown 3 or Scalebound earlier this year, I don't think nobody will truly be complaining about the X because it'll be playing new exclusives or new Microsoft exclusives because Xbox has no exclusives anymore. Microsoft has all the exclusives. But anyway, that's another topic for another show maybe. Look, I haven't been playing the games that make the console worth it, so I've been in a weird space with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. But what you say? What you say about Xbox next year? What they better have, man? What they better have?
They better have exclusive. It all comes down to that. They get and I ain't talking console exclusive here. I'm talking genuine exclusives to the Xbox X.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, for real. Even if it's Microsoft exclusives, anything where the developer is putting their best foot forward on the console. Of course, I want true exclusives on the Xbox One X because Sony doesn't see them as a threat, and it seems like they never will. Like they used to see Microsoft as a threat. Like when Xbox 360 was booming in the sales charts, Sony put out their best foot and put out game after banger after banger after banger. And I feel as if Sony is doing that still next year with putting out banger after banger after banger. And I think that's their way of combating the X. But PS5 is definitely on the horizon. I can see that maybe 2019, maybe 2020, but no rush, really, no rush.
Yeah, I think who they're getting intimidated by right now is the Switch.
Exactly. I know by a turn of events, Sony is more worried about the Switch than the Xbox One X.
Yes, sir.
And whoa.
All right, hold on. Sorry about that. I didn't know that was gonna happen.
How did that happen? You're in here twice. Okay, there you go.
You there?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, that's a lot better. That's a lot better.
Wow, what happened?
My snap turned on. Sorry about that.
Oh, snappers.
It sounds way better on the iPad.
All right, cool. No problem.
What were we saying? You sound like a 2 Pro 8-bits. Like what?
Yeah, dude. I heard my echo. I hope I recorded that. That sounded like a music song or something.
Really?
Yeah, it was cool.
You're using what's that? What that technology?
Auto-tune?
Yeah, there we go. Auto-tune.
No, dude. It was crazy, dude. I want to hear it again. Anyway, 8-bit. Look, we do this every week at 5 p.m. U.S. Central Time. And though it was just, look, we're wrapping it up. We're in the wrap-up phase. But before we wrap it up, what games are you playing, 8-Bit? What games are you playing?
Right now, I'm playing the DLC of Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Ooh, you riding that motorcycle?
Not just yet. I want to, but you have to beat the
Whoa, spoiler alert.
well, they said it right on the thing
Oh,
that you had in order for you to ride the bike, you have to beat the story. It tells you right on the commercial.
oh snap. So you got to beat the main campaign.
Correct.
And you're over there doing the main campaign in the
Yep.
hardest mode.
Yes, sir. Yeah, in the hardest mode. That's why it's not easy. I am
Mm.
pulling my hairs out right now. It is
Whoa.
really challenging.
But you like it.
Yes, I do.
Hey, let me tell you this, Nintendo, if you're listening, you better fix your doggone memory card situation. Let me transfer my saves from Switch to Switch via memory card instead of this whole I need another Switch to transfer it.
Yeah.
They better fix that, man. Oh, I'm gonna go right back to my Vita.
Yeah, basically, to make a long story short, Raw was asking me if he can transfer his save files from one SD card, or if he can take his SD card out of the one Switch and put it to another Switch, and will it work? And I said, no, it will not. Which it won't. It has to be transferred from one Switch to another Switch with the settings that's built into the Switch.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go.
Thank you. Thank you. Letting everybody know that was behind the scenes with 8-Bit and Raw. But
Yes.
yeah, dude, like I've been solely playing Horizon Zero Dawn. I jumped on Destiny to play Mayhem Clash. Really fun game. Really fun game. I'm talking about the game mode. Mayhem Clash is live for the Festival of the Lost, or Festival of the Cost, if you counting all that microtransaction Bungie is trying to shove down your throat. Like, they put the coolest stuff behind loot boxes. Them Bungie, look, I blame Overwatch. Is their fault. Like, dang it, Overwatch. You started this madness, and we all just let them slide because they had cute girls. Wait, hold up. Anyway, all I got to say is their fault for loot boxes. We can't let no one slide on that. So I'm glad everyone jumped on EA's back and neck about it. So anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
I've been playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Like I said, it's really fun. It's a really good game. 8-Bit, Zelda will make you nitpick the mess out of that game. Zelda will make you nitpick the mess out of that game. But this is why the game is so appealing to me. It is not as full detail feature as Zelda, but for what it is, it's a very spectacular exclusive for the PlayStation 4. It looks beautiful. At times, I'm playing it. I'm like, am I really playing this thing? And I'm playing it on the PS4 Pro, so it has the benefit of the higher resolution.
Uh-huh.
So another thing about exclusives, right? Like, they can focus on that console alone. So they can make a game that looks spectacular like Horizon Zero Dawn because all they're focusing on is the PS4. You know what I mean? That's all they're focusing on, the PS4 architecture, and everyone has the same PS4 and everyone has the same PS4 Pro. So it's definitely an exclusive that if you have a PlayStation 4, definitely pick up. In the beginning, 8-Bit, it was rough because, like I said, Zelda would make you nitpick this game to the bone. Because with Zelda, right, you got all this freedom and this gameplay that's awesome.
That's one mistake I did. I should have played Horizon first and then Zelda.
I'll tell you what, if you go back to Horizon now, I don't know how far you are, but if you go
about halfway, I think.
You think? Well, did you get the map 100% clear from all the fog?
No.
Yeah, me either. I got from the ice area on the right side clear and a little bit to the desert and a little bit lower under. The map transitions are really, it makes you feel like you're in an actual world. And I had a moment, 8-Bit. Yeah, I'm here. Did I turn to a robot again? Hello?
I'm losing you.
No! Viewers, can you hear me? I'm sorry for the breakup. Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yep, I hear you now.
I'm sorry, viewers, for the breakup. Remember, we're on the audio link, so catch us there. Hey, 8-Bit, is anybody saying anything on the stream?
I haven't seen anything, no.
Good deal. We'll just say welcome to the stream, right? But is about to end, so it's like so late to say welcome.
I
But
know.
all I gotta say is I've been enjoying myself thoroughly with Horizon Zero Dawn. The photo mode is amazing. I've been posting a lot of pictures, photo mode wise, and it's a great on Tumblr. It's a great uh, game to capture a lot of pictures and stuff like that. But anyway, 8-bit, that's what I've been playing. I'm glad you're enjoying Zelda still. It's a great game, man. It really is. I didn't get to ask you, did you cheer when Zelda won Game of the Year?
Yes, I did. I was like, I knew it. But then, it's funny. Mario didn't win anything.
Nope, Mario or Zelda Horizon Zero Dawn. None of them won anything.
No. Wait, doesn't Horizon? Wait, Horizon
Nope.
came out 16, didn't it?
No, it came out this year. It came out like a month before Zelda, if not like 3 weeks.
Huh.
Yeah. See, Horizon should have came out last year. It would have won 27. It would have won 2016 if it came out last year, but they probably wasn't done. I don't know. Anyway, Sony is definitely looking at that Switch. We're releasing Horizon next to the Switch, and now not having no awards for any of their exclusives throughout this year. Like they didn't get a single award. Like Gravity Rush didn't get recognized. Now look, Nier Automata did, but that's not a PS4 exclusive. Niho didn't, and that was a PS4 exclusive in the beginning of this year. Horizon Zero Dawn is obviously an exclusive. No PS4 exclusives got an award this year. Only console exclusive Nier Automata from the Gaming Awards. Jeff Keighley's one, but it is getting recognized in other places. But like I said, very interesting. Sony is definitely looking at Nintendo right now. Hmm.
Yeah. You think they're gonna come up with their own portable?
You know what? I bet you they will because, like I said, man, Switch is taking over, man. In Japan, people love
Yeah.
that thing. They do,
Mm-hmm.
and we love it
That's
over here.
that's their other. That's Sony's other market is Japan.
Yeah, and if they get conquered by Nintendo, Sony better whip out something. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they're not. What is it gonna be like a Vita 2? I mean, I don't know.
it's definitely gonna be a Vita something.
You know
Or
the do what Nintendo did, right?
there you go. Call it PlayStation.
PlayStation on the or
P-
PlayStation on the go.
what about PSPG?
PSPG.
Yeah, PS PlayStation Portable Go. PlayStation Portable Go.
Hey, well, portable and go is kind of the same thing.
I know it'll be redundant, but look, I don't know what they'll do. I don't know. I'm not in
It would
marketing. I'm not a
it,
PR guy.
it would definitely have to be another hybrid.
Yeah?
It would have to be
How about PS4 Go?
PS4 Go.
Hey, that's a good
No,
one.
because what if the PlayStation 5 is around the corner?
Okay. PS5 Go then, shoot. And then when the PS6 come out, put out a PS6
Now,
Go.
you know what they should call it? They should call it a PlayStation Mini.
PlayStation Mini? Yeah. And then the next one will be called PlayStation Mini 2. And then
Yeah,
Mini 3 and then Mini 4.
3, Mini 4.
Yeah. Hey, you gonna get that Mini 6? Yeah, man. That game running like Horizon on the go.
Minis are,
That'd be the day, right? Horizon on the go.
it'd have to be something where they can dock it and then play it on the screen and undock it and take it with them.
Me and Fresh did a funny thing where the Pro, you know how it has 3 layers?
Yeah.
The top layer pulls off and it's a tablet. Yeah, dude.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, dude. Or the middle layer pulls out like a draw. Only half of it pulls out, and it's like the Switch size.
Oh, geez.
So
What would you do? They say, "Hey guys, we have something to tell you, but if you push this button on the side of your PlayStation Pro right now, it comes apart and there's a screen on the other side."
dude, if they said that, bro, I'll be done. But they already had guys open the Pro, so they would have already found out.
Oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah, dude. Look, we over here.
You know what? They can definitely release a tablet that has the horsepower of the original OG PS4.
Mm.
They can do it.
Yeah, I think they could, but how much would it cost?
It had to be maybe $100 more than the Switch.
$400 for that. I think that'll be a good sell.
I think so.
Little 8-bit. We're running over time now.
All right.
Viewers, thank you for watching us and coming through every week when you do. Like I said in the description, there's an audio version of this podcast. You can go watch and listen. But 8-bit, tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And it's always a pleasure, always talking with you here, Raw and Fresh. Where are you, Fresh?
Got to smack
You know what?
that
I
mofo.
bet she's gonna pop up right now when we're already.
When we're closing? No, don't say that. He ain't gonna do it. Because he over there, he told me he with his fam. And again, Christmas is next week. 8-bit, we might postpone next week's episode just to let everybody just chill with the fams and stuff like that.
All right, and again, this is Professor 8-bit, and until next time, Geekins, may the geek be with you.
Always.
There we go.
Yeah, dude. Look, I saw Star Wars, The Force. I was about to say Force Awakens. Star Wars, The Last Jedi, and yeah,
no
man.
Spoilers.
No spoilers. All I gotta say is, nah, I ain't gonna say nothing.
I know this is all I know, and you can find it anywhere. There is a petition for the really deep fanboys to not count this last movie as part of the Star Wars franchise.
You
I
serious?
don't know what it is. Yeah, I don't know what it. I haven't seen the movie, so I don't know what part of the movie or what happens. But for some reason, a lot of the really big fanboys are really angry right now. I don't know why.
And let me say this. The only reason I brought up Star Wars viewers, because you probably all listeners, you're like, what the freak? Why are you talking about Star Wars out of the blue after 8-bit said, may the geek be with you? Well, may the geek be with you sounds like may the force be with you.
Yes.
And me saying always is a nod to this other YouTuber who actually ends his videos like may the force be with you always. So at the end of the day, it's Star Wars related. 8-bit's outro is Star Wars related.
Mm-hmm.
Though he likes Star Trek, right? You like Star Trek more?
Star Trek. I like Star Wars, but Star Trek is more my thing. Jean-Luc Picard.
Yeah, that's if y'all old enough, write in the comment section, hashtag like.
No.
Look, come on, man. I don't even know who that is. I'm sorry, dude.
Spock? You know Spock.
Spock, that's him?
No, do you know Spock?
Yeah, that's the actor?
No, the character that's in Star Trek. Spock.
Yeah. Is that his real name?
No, that's not his real name.
No, Spock is the character, but the real name is that name you said earlier.
No, Jean-Luc Picard is the captain.
Why you gotta say Spock then? You threw me off too hard.
Don't make me start talking all Trekkie on you.
Don't do it. No, we gotta end it. All right, in the description, 8-bit, you can find him. Hashtag like all his content. Thank you again, 8-bit, for joining me.
Sure.
Awesome. We will be here next week. Or we might. I am, but we might not be here next week. Hello?
Oh,
Hello? 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 You hear me?
I hear you.
Goodness gracious. Let me get out of here before they kick me off.
All right, bro.
All right, guys. Thank you again for joining us and listening to us. And stay tuned to my Twitter for updates on what happens next week. We might not have a show, but if we do, be sure to tune in. And God bless you for stopping by. We do this 5 p.m. U.S. Central Time every Thursday, and that's all she wrote. This has been Raw, coming at you raw. Pieces. We did it.
Nice.